I was given an astounding fact the other day about the carbon tax. Speaking to a developer, someone with decades of experience in actually getting things built. And they told me that to create 1 ton of cement, you need to emit 1 ton of carbon. The cost of 1 ton of cement is below the $170 that the carbon tax is going to. And so they said by 2030, the carbon tax will cost more than the cement will. So it will more than double the cost of cement, which is vital to use in construction of building homes, building schools, building hospitals.
Well, what will more likely happen is that the cement and concrete quarries and factories across Canada will simply close, and they will move to the United States, and there will be shipments of concrete and cement powder coming up from the Americans. We will be sending billions of dollars to them to supply us with essential building materials that will drive down our economy, the incomes of our workers, and the revenues of our governments. The same is true with steel. The carbon tax is costing Stelco in Hamilton $500 million. Under the plan to quadruple the tax over the next 5 years, Stelco's gone. I predict Algoma is gone, and all the steel making in this country will simply move to the United States. And if the tariffs are lifted, they'll move to China, because there's no way you can produce steel. This will be a nuclear winter for our economy. Brian, the finance department says that this year alone, with the 17-cent a liter tax, it deletes $25 billion of our GDP. This isn't Pierre Poilievre's calculations. This isn't, the Fraser Institute or a conservative-leaning think tank. This is the finance department of Justin Trudeau.
Wow.
By 2030, it's $30 billion. And then you would add the second carbon tax, which they call the so-called clean fuel standard. That will delete another $10 billion. So 2 carbon taxes by 2030 will have deleted $40 billion of GDP. According to the government's own estimates, I believe it will be far worse. Imagine, how do these trucks keep running? Like, how the trucks that pick up parts from a factory and take it to a warehouse, that keep the bits and pieces of our economy going, they can't run on a 61-cent liter carbon tax. They will simply be sold to the Americans, and all of the things they link together in our economy will just stop happening. It will be a catastrophic collapse if this carbon tax quadrupling goes ahead, as the NDP Liberals propose, and that is why it is a carbon tax election. It is the existential question of the election.